You don't need them. A lot of times we think we need the world to support us before we start our journey. We think we need all this encouragement. We think we need these cheerleaders, these hype men, but you really don't need nobody. You don't need them. You already got it. Once you have a vision for what you want to do, once you understand your purpose, once you know what your goal is, you don't really need anybody but yourself. You're always going to be a bigger supporter. A lot of times we lean on people too much, like we become codependent. And sometimes we think that if other people don't support us, that must mean that we're not good enough, or that the vision that we have might be delusional. You out of your mind. Maybe you're not thinking clearly. But the greatest visions, the greatest successes came from people that were doubted, people that didn't have anybody in their corner. Sometimes it's their own mother, their wife, their husband, whoever, like didn't support them, thought they were crazy, thought they were delusional. And a lot of times, the reason why a lot of people don't support you, like, close friends and family, is because what you want to do or who you're trying to become is out of reach. It's beyond their level of thinking. They can't really comprehend and understand where you're trying to go, right? They think it's too far out. And because they don't see themselves accomplishing what you want to accomplish, they project that limitation onto you. So now, because they don't see themselves capable of doing that or accomplishing that, they think you can't do it. So they project this onto you, but you can do it. Everything that I've been doing, everything that I've been achieving, everything that I've been successful in, I started out with people not believing in me, people brushing me off. But the whole time, deep within myself, I always knew I had it. And I would question, damn, why it seem like I'm not getting the support? Why it seem like I'm the only one? But I was just so lost and obsessed and in love with what I was doing, right? As a trainer, even as an artist, I was just so lost and consumed with what I was doing that I got to a point where I didn't even care. I didn't even notice after a point in time, because I was achieving so much that it didn't matter who didn't support me, because my belief in myself was so strong that it didn't matter what the world thought about it, because I was just so in love and passionate about what I'm doing. And you got to get to that point to where you only rely on yourself. The belief that you have in yourself has to be greater than the doubts that everybody else has of you. You have to believe in yourself more than what the world doubts about you. And it really doesn't matter what other people think. A lot of times we worry way too much about what other people think, and we seek validation, we seek external approval. Well, sometimes, I'm going to tell you a trick though. Sometimes people use this against you on purpose. Sometimes people intentionally withhold support because they know that you need it. And it's designed to make you crumble. It's designed to make you start doubting yourself, start questioning your worth, start losing confidence in what you're doing, and even losing confidence in yourself. Because they know any person that's out doing anything, chasing a dream, a career, any human needs support, right? So sometimes some people and this shit is wicked, but it's out of insecurity. It's out of keeping you down. It's out of being afraid to see you move on beyond them or leave them behind. Or it's really fear of seeing you do better than them. So they'll try to use silence to discourage you. They'll be silent when you need the support the most. But now when you're undeniable, now when you've achieved so much, when the success is so strong, now that it's not even a question that you're great at what you do or that you are making and you're being successful. Now those same people that were silent when you needed their help and support, now they want to come back in. Now they want to hit the like button and drop comments. But it's like you needed that at the very beginning. And you did everything you accomplished without them being there. And now when they want to show support, it's too late. These are fake friends. These are fake family members. These are frenemies. These are people that were on the fence. They were like, I don't want to support them, or I don't want to support her, because if they don't make it, I don't want to be associated with that person because I don't want to be on the losing team. Or it could be, man, I don't want to see them make it. I don't want to see them do better than me, so I'm not going to support them. Sometimes it's shade. Sometimes it's jealousy and envy, because a lot of people want you to do good just as long as you're not doing better than them. And when you're achieving a high level of success, there are going to be a lot of people that will root for you, but the same people who you expected, like the people that you grew up around, the friends, the family members, the people that you would assume that would give you the biggest celebration, get the most quiet. Because they don't like that you've achieved something that they felt you couldn't achieve. They don't like that you proved them wrong. They don't like that you're doing better than them or making more money than them. They don't like that feeling. It's like, you're surpassed us. You outgrew us. It's almost like, to them, it feels like a sense of betrayal. It's a form of betrayal. To become more than the people that you grew up around is like you're betraying them and you're turning your back on them, because you're supposed to stay down where they are or be on the level that they're on so that they can feel comfortable, so that they can feel better about themselves. But when you go out and you accomplish something that's greater, that's bigger than your environment, right? That's bigger than what people believe that you could achieve, or even bigger than what they believe they could achieve, right? Now you become a mirror. You're a mirror now. Now they have to look at themselves and say, damn, if this person went out and they accomplished their dreams, they live in their dreams, they accomplish all these amazing things, then what's my excuse for giving up on my dreams? What's my excuse for not being in the gym? What's my excuse for not going after that career? If they're living in their dreams, if they accomplish these things that we thought was insane or delusional, but they actually went out and did it, then what's stopping me? Why did I give up? And now they start to feel this, they go in this internal space of like guilt and remorse, and they start feeling insecure, because it's like, wow, this is the same person we grew up around. This is the same person that we laughed with, ate food with, ran around with, laughed with, and they accomplished their goals. They're living in their dreams. They're living in their purpose. But we gave up and we settled for life. We settled for what we thought we could get instead of really going after what we really wanted. You are going after what you really wanted. A lot of you guys are already there. You're on the road. You're accomplishing things. And some of you is just starting. But you don't need them. And that's the scariest thing for a lot of these people. A lot of people want you to need them so that they can manipulate and control and dictate your outcomes, right? They want you to feel that if they don't tell you that you can make it, then you shouldn't think that you can make it. If they don't applaud for you, then you shouldn't celebrate yourself. But the most powerful thing is when you start to move in a space where you become independent. You're making it with or without them. You're doing it with them or without them. That's how you know you have power. That's when the universe starts to bend to your will. That's when you start to attract everything, because you're not moving from a place of seeking approval, of trying to prove that people should support this. No, you're making it happen regardless of who supports it. So now those people, their opinions, what they have to say, their support becomes like this. It's like it means nothing to you because you're so purpose driven. You didn't do this to win them over. You're doing this because this is your calling. You're doing this because this is your purpose. You're doing this because you love it, because that's how you want to live the rest of your life, doing what you love. I don't care if it's photography, if it's art, if it's fashion, if it's fitness, if it's content creation. You're just so, again, like I said before, you're lost in the sauce. You're so in love with what you're doing. It doesn't even fucking matter who supports it and who doesn't, because you're just so in love with what you're doing. You're so passionate about it, and the belief that you have in it is so strong that you know you're going to make it with or without these people supporting you. And now when they do actually start to support you, they really can't, because they remember and they know you remember. They know you know. And when you really needed the boost and the jump and the support and the backing, and you needed the the constructive criticism, what do you guys think? They're quiet. You get that from everywhere else. I really get support from everywhere else instead of the people that I know. Everybody from social media, I get support, I get love, I get clients, I get work, I get so much support from everyone else except for the people that I know. I'm telling y'all, the people who you know, the people that you're closest to are not really going to support you like that. Especially when they feel like they know you, like, I know him, I know her. They ain't going to really go nowhere. They think that you're not going to make it far. And even if you do get ahead and make leaps, they think you're going to quit, or they think if you reach a stumbling block and things get tight or get difficult, then you don't have the grit and the resilience to make it. Again, because they don't see themselves. They have the limited thinking. They have the limited belief. They don't see themselves as capable of making it. The only thing that matters is that you have a love and a passion and a fire for what you do. That's all the support you need from yourself and from God. And when your mission is divine, you got protection. You got angels and you have the guidance. You have divine guidance. You know how many times I didn't know how certain things were going to work, and all of a sudden just things start happening. People called me. I ran into this person and I ended up getting to where I needed to go. That's because when you're operating from a place of purpose, when you feel like what you're doing, you're born to do, and it's what God wants you to do, is God's purpose for your life, then people outside of that in this world have no control over your destiny. You don't need their support. You don't need your friends and family to support you. You might be wondering why they don't support me. Some of them are jealous. Some of them don't want to see you do better than them. And some of them feel like because they knew you and they saw you since you were in your diapers, or they saw you running around in middle school and even high school, that they don't see you making it, because if they couldn't make it, if they didn't accomplish much in life, why should you? And again, sometimes they intentionally withhold support, because if they can't get far in life, if they can't be successful, if they can't do what they love, if they gave up on themselves, if they gave up on their dreams, then they're going to force you. They're going to want you to get into that same mentality. The silence is designed to discourage you and make you question your path. Don't fall for it. If you love what you do, go for it. Make it happen. There's no better feeling in the world than setting out to accomplish what you dream about and then actually getting it done. It's the most amazing thing. Don't stop, y'all. So that's it for the video, man. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let me know, are you going through these phases? Have you made it? Are you thinking about quitting because you're not getting the support? Because like I said, you really don't. All you need is you. You don't need them. Peace.